The charges Deere is facing make him eligible for life in prison or the death penalty. And now we're finding out lawmakers may try to tweak the death penalty process here in Colorado. Denver 7's Marshall Zelinger is here with what may change and why. Marshall?
Once you're found guilty in a death penalty case, Eric, it's all about the steps. The first step, jurors are asked if aggravating factors exist for you to be considered for the death penalty. The second step is, do the mitigating factors of your past outweigh the aggravating factors? This is the phase where jurors stopped in the Dexter Lewis trial in Denver, sentencing him to life in prison. If jurors get all the way to the third step, it's simply life or death. And this is the phase where jurors stopped in the Aurora Theater shooting case, sentencing him to life in prison. But what if prosecutors got a mulligan? Twice this year, in the Aurora Theater case and the Farrows Bar trial, Colorado juries did not unanimously agree on a death sentence, resulting in life in prison.
We, the jury, do not have a unanimous final sentencing verdict.
Now, a bill is being drafted to give prosecutors a second chance at seeking death.
So if there is a hung jury, there's always a question afterwards that there was a hung jury.
State Representative Kim Ransom is drafting a bill allowing prosecutors the chance to select a second jury to consider life or death.
In Arizona, it's passed constitutional muster.
At this time, the court is declaring a mistrial.
In the Jodi Arias trial, Arizona law allowed prosecutors to seat a second jury after the first did not sentence her to death. Both juries came back hung. No death.
Why they think the first juries in these cases are going to be any different the second time or the third time or the 10th time is beyond me.
One of David Lane's clients benefited from lawmakers changing death penalty law. Edward Montour was sentenced to death by a judge, but the Colorado Supreme Court ruled death sentences must come from juries. He is now serving life in prison.
Every time the legislature in the state of Colorado tinkers with the machinery of death, the Colorado Supreme Court finds it to be unconstitutional.
This bill doesn't change the steps, but whatever happens with the legislation won't impact what's happening in Colorado Springs, because whenever this were to take effect, if it passes, it's only for crimes that are committed after the bill is signed. Reporting live, Marshall Zelinger, Denver 7.